My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Trade 2. Stygian Guard again, but this time with Fireball. Nice. Two Mollusk Mages for the back line, a Titansentry to handle our frontline damage for a while, loaded Whelps, and Foregone Power. I mean, obviously we're going to have to run it in Cant 4 related to Soul Guard. Echo the Time Father allowing us to hold Pyre Casks for the Relentless phase is also really useful. Flesh Weaver with more stacks of mass, so I'm going to have to make sure that you have Frostbite on you so that I can actually carve some of that off, because otherwise I struggle with that a lot. Loaded Whelps will help with that too. Alright. Dragon Supply, 5 Fire Gel on strike. No dragons in the deck just yet. But Token of a Trader, playing a spell deals 3 damage to a random enemy on the floor, already has value with a incant related build. Cold Channel, Dire Channel. I don't love either of these, but I don't think I need Cold Channel in a world where I already have a Titansentry taking the bottom line. So I think I just put a Dire Channel behind it to help take out frontliners. And yeah, that'll be our setup here. So I need health support for Titansentry. Most likely going to find that in the first Merchant of Steel. Let's go. Monster Mage there. Spear Steward. Missed on the discard there, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll lose Mollusk Mage as well, but that's okay. Get as much incant as I can on that bottom line, and I get the Collector as well, so that's most of what matters. We'll Echo the Time Father so I can hold Pyre Casks for the next turn. Which means I can't really afford to play anything here. Because just having this Pyre Cask is enough to win. Hell, I even get to keep Mollusk Mage alive. Enough money probably to buy both upgrades. Definitely take the offering token. Alchemy, the first alchemy that's offered. Always wants to come with this as well. Merchant of Magic in the secondary is much more likely, but I've got to get my Merchant of Steel. Especially because there's a Stygian banner. Titanite Endless. Putting both of those on Titansentry and just being ready to replay it sounds great to me. Icy Silify gives us access to Sweep. We can do that at speed with the Soul Guard on the bottom line. Also, we could go Siren of the Sea in Soul Guard's line. Stack incant value there. Then the bottom floor just becomes Titansentry and Bloated Whelps, and then Soul Guard's on the next floor up. I like that more. I like that as my sweep. I've just done a lot of quick sweepers recently, and I'd like to not, if I can. Avarice 3, damage 10. I don't think either of those is especially important. Sorry, damage 15. I could maybe throw that on a Mollusk Mage, and right now it'll help a little bit. I don't think it'll help enough for it to really matter. Bottom line, Titansentry, they have haste. Yeah, so we'll set up next on the top line. It's fine. I kind of wanted space on the bottom line, but I don't need it. So built up the floors already. Yeah, nothing I'm even capable of doing this turn. I'll hold the Pyrocast, which also means I can't play anything here. Pyrecast. Got him. Foregone power. Unnecessary, but... satisfying, certainly, to do 13, 23 damage with each played spell. Another Morse Mage Flash Freeze just for Frostbite to a specific target in a backline. Yes, please. Ooh, Flicker. Oh, but it's up against Golden Touch. I gotta take Golden Touch. Flicker's so good, though. I'm gonna have to go to a Merchant of Power. I definitely need to upgrade some of these, including the Alchemy that I didn't even get to play in that battle. Ooh. -2 cost Consume. I mean, I don't love that, but... do I really want to re-roll right now? Double stack a Pyrecast? I think that's actually probably a good idea. I want to, like, -2 cost the Golden Touch so that it's playable, but... oh, boy. I really don't want to do that. You know what? I'm going to go Holy Stone Alchemy. I only have to play it once per battle. I'm certain I can make time to do that. Speaking things we can make time to do, Magma Cultist, Incant. Apply Biogel 1 to enemy units, which increases the rest of the damage they take from the rest of the spells that we play on that turn. It's also one size, making it easier to slot on the top line. And we have 4 Ember worth of deployable things with this, so... fits perfectly in this deck. Oh! I mean, we've already got the double upgrade on Titansentry, so do I give you Titanskin 5, which means that any instance of 10 or less damage cannot damage you? Do I give you Rage? Permanently gain Rage every time you take a hit? Savage Spirit? It's probably going to be the Savage Skin, I think. Titanskin, Titanite, Titansentry. It's looking very viable as just a dupe target, though, as well. Oh, right, the Savage Shackles is going to slow us down in the opening. I won't play the Magma Cultist at the very start, because it's so much less impactful. I don't think I need to go Energy here. I think card draw is probably the first thing I care about. Having Magma Cultist out at the very start of the fight is nice, though. Titansentry, you're alone on the bottom line. Then we'll have Soul Guard, Siren, and then Shield Steward just to distract for a turn on the top line. I'm gonna Time Father just to hold Alchemy in hand. Loaded well. Explodes, takes some mass off the enemy. Explodes, takes some mass off the enemy. Is this even viable? Like, do it again. Yeah, I've got all of them, and then they're all just there. And then I'm gonna have to deal with them on a later turn. I think I just take the hit. Top floor, maybe? Yeah, maybe this is the optimal turn to do that. Welcome to the bottom line. The Frostbite is handy. I mean, I'm heavily incentivized to Golden Touch, but it actually lowers my damage on that bottom line at the moment. And I really need to be drawing spells, and I'm drawing all except spells. Oh, hang on. No. I think I know what I'm supposed to do on this bottom line this turn. Savage Shackles, then Bloated Whelp explodes, so that I can get a bunch of these fleshlings out that are then also going to die and give us more damage here. It's not great for the next floor up, but it's not too much I can do with that. I just miss out on one golden, which I don't ever like doing, but gotta do what you gotta do. If I get Flesh Weaver's damage low enough, I actually don't have to worry about it ascending. That said, I don't think I'm really going to be able to do that very easily here. I'm not certain I'm capable of stopping myself from losing this floor. Incants here are making us a lot weaker. Really can't afford to take a lot of damage from that. I have no clue what the right options for the mid lanes have been over the last couple of turns here. I mean, that one's at least got roots on it. Okay, so that's 7 damage going to the player from this turn. Thankfully, we will survive this. Just by virtue of having carved enough flesh. Well, I'm going to be very happy to have that Pyre Stone in the deck now. Sorry, the Holy Stone, rather. Curse of Dragon stuff. Hello. Yes? I mean, Deep Offering, obviously incredible as well, but... yeah, that's a great damage solution for us. I definitely don't need to start a third floor. We've got floor number 1, Titansentry, with no support. Actually, hang on. Maybe I do take the Magma Mauler, because I can just throw that behind the Titansentry on the bottom line and it'll be happy. That means I will be taking energy here for deployment. Save. Merchant Trinkets, where I can only really get one trinket. Stygian Banner, where I'd be hoping for some sort of dualism situation for Magma Cultist, likely. I'm gonna go Merchant Trinkets, hoping that the Celestial Alcove is really good for us here. Your Pyre applies higher gel 2 to all enemy units on all floors on Revenge. Not bad, especially for the Titan fight. It'd be a lot worse if there was no Titan fight to contend with. The first time you summon a well each turn, reduce the cooldown of friendly units on all floors by 2. Yeah, sadly I just don't have abilities on any other units except for those whelps. And whenever they use their ability, they die, so I'm not really going to be reusing their abilities often. Probably end up taking Magma Core here, if anything. Let's check out the Celestial Alcove first. Ah! Well, how many copies of Titansentry do I want in this deck? I think probably the most responsible thing to do here would be just get double copy of Alchemy. So just a second copy, right? Double the amount of them that I have in the deck. Good for the Pyre healing, good for the ongoing, actual stacking. I also got additional energy, so it's a little easier for me to pay for. I mean, if I wanted to go wild, I'd copy it 5 times, but there's no use to copying it 5 times. That's way too many. I'll take the Magma Core. Hopefully I get something like Pyre Tap. It's not called Pyre Tap. It's called Unstable Pyre something. Where are you? There you are. Ancient Pyre Tap. That's it. When you're out of energy, cards can be played for their cost in Pyre health, because then it's very easy to trigger that a lot. Enemies restore health if they survive a floor. Sounds like they're right. Then that's beautiful. Oh, yes, please. Allowing me to get rid of a calcified ember that early. Thank you. Let's get a bloated whelp down here and let it attack with all of the vulnerability the enemy will have, and then Foregone Power for our first incant. I really need to be able to incant more on that second floor, because I'm building a lot of value into the incants that this floor can do. I'm just also not at the same time giving it any opportunities to incant. Seems like those should probably go hand in hand. Actually, I want to leave more bad cards in my hand. Yeah, for the Foregone Power to possibly discard. Well. That'll have to do, I guess. Oh, right. Scarred Sentinel fully heals when it descends, and now you've got Titanskin. So yeah, we're going to take a lot of damage to that guy. It's pretty important we don't let them do that. Well, sadly that one's going to get up. At least it's got some Pyre Gel to help cancel out the Titanite. I think I have to Echo with the Time Father this turn so that I can hold on to a Golden Touch. I may even end up needing to use the Golden Touch on one of my own units. Oh my god. the enemy can't do any damage, so Titansentry just stays up the whole time. Get him, buddy. That's what you get from a triple Titan Shark. Guardian's Amulet, Unnamed Tome. Huge amount of value from both. Guardian's Amulet, obviously, very commonly cast with discard here in this deck at the moment. And the sap would be so useful. Ooh, Soul Smelt. Hang on. I generate 5 with just the alchemies and a single golden touch. Do I need Soul Smelter in this deck? Strongly suspect the answer there to be no. I think Make It Rain is some really good AoE to add to this deck as well. Something that we, other than obviously the Titansentry, we lack AoE. Although maybe it should be payoff just for healing. Give me payoff. We can loot a 7. 7's good enough. When an enemy unit ascends, they gain Fire Gel 2. Yes. And after using an ability, friendly units gain 5 damage. Neat. Spirit Breaker charge is nice. Only really going to affect the units that see our bloated whelps die on their floor, but still. Merchant of Arms, Empyrean Well on the same side of the Merchant of Arms. Another copy of Alchemy would be really good for this deck. Missing out on a Merchant of Trinkets when I'm holding 450 gold would be really bad for this deck. Dang. At the end of turn, apply Frozen to a random card in hand. I discard too many cards for that to consistently be useful. Forgotten Name, when you play your 3rd spell of a turn, all cards gain +1 magic power for the rest of the battle. Oh, yeah, I can take it. It gives a little bit of damage to 2 cards in this deck at the moment. So I'm not especially excited by that. Shadow Sheath. Friendly units gain Stealth 1 on Summon and Slay, +3 health per stack. Sorry, +3 damage, rather, per stack of Stealth. I mean, it's really good if it works, but I have a lot of units that will get Slays that then reveal damage to units behind them. I'm leaning towards re-rolling here. But just so that I don't miss out on any value, I think I should probably take Forgotten Name first. When a unit gains Frostbite, it gains 2 additional stacks. Huge. And also Frostbite does not decay. Giant pickups there. Oh my god. So I really want to super overstack Titansentry with this. Plus 10 damage on strike, apply 20 corruption. The reason to do that would just be because it gives the frontline unit, the frontline enemy, a DOT. It's really, really good in, what would you call them? Relentless Phase. Summon a random friendly on this floor. 100% of the time summons a bloated whelp. I mean, most of the time. If I remove all of the stewards and the mollusk mages, which I intend to do, I'm probably not also going to have the time to remove all of the bloated whelps from the deck, so it'll probably end up summoning one of them. Add melee weakness 1, spell weakness 1 on strike. No. That also doesn't seem the direction I care about. Maybe I don't want Dominion's Eye. Yeah, it's just an additional energy cost for a lot of my hands. Dominating power, plus 10. Maybe I just give that to the Magma Mauler. Yeah, there you go. Magma Mauler. You can apply corruption on strike as well. And then maybe we can get you an Iron Tongue so you can do it to an entire floor. And then maybe we can even make you do it at quick speed so that it's worth doing in the first place. The start of battle, enemy units appear on each floor is pretty terrifying, more so when they are misshapen fiends. I really want to be able to do this. I do think my Titansentry bottom line is basically going to win by itself. I wonder if what I'm supposed to do then is set up Titansentry top line and do like a half and half kind of thing. Face their hordes and be prepared once they rise up once more. So the units getting up here already having to... No, that's not going to be great. We need the units to have... Because they've got 2 reanimating the back lines, so they'll need to die enough time. So it really feels like the Titansentry does need to be on the bottom line. In which case, like, this is our setup. And we just accept the fact that we probably end up losing Siren of the Sea. Mm-hmm. Yay! It's even there to defend me for another turn. Oh man, if I could just play a bloated well. Flash freeze, payoff is not to kill a target. Get a bloated whelp on the bottom line, and then Foregone Power is enough to get the final one. I only lose the Siren of the Sea. Everyone is dying when they get off the mid-floor right now. Unfortunately, our corruption's on the wrong target for this one. Ooh. This is sad. I really want to get that collector, though. I basically have to play Bloated Whelp, higher cast on the collector, and then explode. Yeah, I'll have other things worth freezing. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll be honest, I did not expect our top floor to have no damage. No real spells available in here. Let's go Bloated Whelp. Foregone. It gets him. That Zealot's going to be annoying, but it'll be in the top row by the time we're fighting in the Relentless phase on the bottom line. We should be okay there. This was always going to be a little bit weird because the Undying Minions. Wait, not because of the Undying Minions. Sorry, for the Mark of Invasion, this was always going to be a bit weird. Time Father, keep that alchemy. And yeah, we already went on the bottom line, which is exactly what we're hoping for. Alchemy, Foregone Power. Happy to lose that top line. Does not matter to me whatsoever. That bottom line's so good at the Relentless phase. As long as I can maybe replay Titansentry right before the end, because this low health value, despite all of your, additional survivability, it is still pretty low, and it's getting lower. Crystalline Seeds versus Urchin Spine. Don't have spell damage, so that's not really a high priority of mine. I'll take a Crystalline Seeds. Mind Cage. Resolve, reduce cooldown by 1. God, if I had someone with a cooldown, it'd be so good in this deck. Moneymaker. Not really going to make as much money. I think it's Make It Rain or nothing. I don't loot at 5. Maybe I can even play setup before I loot. Merchant of Steel. Yes, I desperately need survivability on Siren of the Sea. I mean, Endless is not bad for Siren of the Sea, because you do increase your stats, so replaying you is fine. I'll also give Quick. I do like Quick on Magma Mauler as well, but I also really like Multi-Strike on you. Quick on Siren of the Sea, just try and finish someone off before they attack us is nice. I'm just going to give additional health to the Magma Cultists, leaving open, yeah, exactly, the ability to continue upgrading him because of... I was about to say because of Dualism, but surely Dualism should go on Magma Mauler with Strike, apply 16 Pyogel and 40 Corruption. Can't gain armor, Avarice 3, neither of which super appealing. Sacrificial Chamber. Gain 10 coins when a unit dies on this floor. I mean, so many units die on the bottom floor. Really feel like it's a good opportunity to cash in on that. Let's also spend some of that cash preemptively. Remove a couple Spear Stewards. Ah, yes, Gale. It is lovely to see you. Oh, no. I gotta keep that in hand in order to get the Cherub on the bottom line dead. Otherwise, I don't get the Pyogel on my enemies here. So yeah, you can kill Siren of the Sea if you want this round. But I'm gonna bring her right back. I need to fulfill Golden Touch this turn. I feel like my best way to do that is play a Mollusk Mage on the bottom line and then take it out. The incant train going. Oh, we do lose the Magma Cultist here, but gotta be honest, I don't think the Magma Cultist is that important for us. I cast for the boss, a make it rain with the bottom line, then 2 more incants for the next line will get us across there. I don't need to play Alchemy, but it still does refresh our health. There we go. Payoff with 16 health to gain from it. Oh, also really useful here to have Titansentry die right before we have to deal with new people coming in. So now that just clears basically all of the corruption that was on you, and now we have a new health bar to work with. Yeah, unfortunately, can't really do much about the next line up. Oof. Really hoping we've got this already sorted with just the bottom line, basically. Yeah, that's fine. It'll work because I've got the Endless to come up next floor as well. If anything, it got me a little bit more money I otherwise might not have been able to collect. So many more spells and so much removal of these whelps. They're doing nothing but taking space in this deck. Smelted Treasure, great way for me to give health to the bottom line. Limbo's Solace is the direction I'm pushed with this, I think. Don't need capacity, do need more cards per turn, please. Speaking of more cards per turn, I'll take Hidden Coffers so that I can get better relics so I can get more cards per turn. It does come back around to it. Titan Claws. End of turn, frozen cards reduce 0 cost until played or discarded. I don't really freeze cards in hands. Shattered Halo and Odie's Totem. I do want more energy per turn, but I don't want it at the cost of my deployment energy. Shattered Halo. Clan card drops only offer rares. I'd only get one more selection with that, I guess. I'll take Titan's Claws just in case. Might permafrost something that cares about it. I think it's got to be a Merchant of Arms. Having like the right weapon could really change things for us, I think. Yeah, Iron Tongue for, where are you? For Magma Mauler for the bottom line, Pyogel to all enemies, and 40 Corruption to all enemies. It's ridiculous. I think I should make that deployable and then just not play the Magma Cultist in the opening because that's way more important. I do want to see if I have the ability maybe to give it quick as well. Zone of Silence. It's fine, but it doesn't silence that many important units later on. Equalizing Rings, Exile's Diadem. Echo Vault. I think Echo Vault for the second floor, just do it that way. And then deployable Iron Tongue. Don't really love the Diadem or feel like I need it at all. Ooh. Artifact from the Allied Clan, please. When any unit dies, their Pyogel is spread among all enemy units. Well, that'll do. Thank you kindly. Left side after this with the Merchant of Magic and carrying as much money as I can for the Merchant of Trinkets. Front non-boss in each wave gains Reanimate 2. That's fine because the front non-boss enemy in each wave has Corruption and Pyogel and Frostbite and is going to take a lot of damage and is going to die to it. Guess this isn't a bad hand to hold with the Echo of the Time Father. Just play Magma Cultist and then a bunch of Foregone Powers next turn. Oh, I did forget. The Frozen is coming from the Echo of the Time Father, so I do have the ability to make some cards cost 0 with that. That's useful. Magma Mauler being quick would be really helpful. Being able to undercut that bottom line that turn is nice, but I don't have enough AoE cards in the deck to do that consistently. I'm going to use this as a turn to get out some of the cards I'm otherwise going to have a lot of difficulty playing. I wish I was able to play the Sacrificial Chamber this turn as well. Let's go Echo Vault. Smelted Treasure. It'll do that again at the end of the turn as well. Maybe I should play the Pyocast first, actually. I was really hoping to see Make It Rain this turn, and there it is. that saves our bottom line something fierce. And then Hail for a little bit more health. Cast itself twice, back to full health. Oh, I don't have an alchemy to double play on that floor or anything. Dang. Alright. Really don't want to be spending 50 constantly, but that's probably going to end up being our kill floor. High cast down here. It's a decent amount of frostbite. Could be a lot more, though. Offering through a Guardian Amulet. No real spells in this hand. At least I get another offering, I guess. I think I'm gonna need Titansentry on the top line by itself, but Athane's gonna have a lot of damage by the time it gets up there. Yikes. I can't believe we're gonna be stopped dead like this. Yeah, Siren of the Sea wouldn't have fared much better. So you've got a giant amount of fire gel. You just instantly kill Titansentry, which prevents us from really having that many rounds that we get to combat you. By the time you get up to the top line, you'll probably have enough damage to actually one-shot our pyre. I think the thing that really made us struggle there was there was a round where I could have killed some more of the Rage Wings on the bottom line, but I elected to do something else. And then the health that we had on our Magma Mauler at the end just wasn't enough to keep him alive. I really didn't expect them to do this well, frankly. Because, yeah, you're taking like 100 damage every round resolution. But every time you ascend, you also gain 300 armor. Damn. Our options here effectively are, do I replay this combat in order to finish it? And the adjustments we would have to make... Well, there's actually one... Okay, never mind. I am going to restart this battle. Again, feel free to call it a loss. I will. Doesn't really matter that much to me, but I can't ignore the fact that if I just played the Siren of the Sea and gave it the Iron Tongue for the bottom line, I suspect we would be doing significantly better here. So I'm going to run the world where that's what we do. I kind of want to hold alchemy if I can. Main downside here being I can't hold it that long. Got a single bloated whelp up here. I think Cursed Dragon Staff? That's where I'm supposed to go this turn with that. So, Echo Vault on the bottom line, I'm going to double this Alchemy, casting it again at the end of the turn, use a Smelted Treasure to keep the midline alive. We will be taking a decent amount of damage from the Amalgams, but with the higher amount of Dragon Horde we're going to end the run with, or rather end the turn with, our payoffs are going to be much more effective. Yeah, like here. Get back 28 health. You see, here's where we would have already been panic casting, rather. And then I suspect with just the additional health I've already given the Titansentry. What is wrong with this bottom line? Well, I don't know if the next floor will be able to do it. And casting spells on the floor certainly doesn't seem like a good idea, so... Yikes. Well, you're going to be healing by the time you come up, but let's try another line like this. Good golly. I don't think the additional 20 Pyogel is going to be what changes our fortunes here when you're coming up with 81 damage. Yeah, I just did not have enough spell power to really push this. That's really sad. I'm certain there is a line right, in this run. I'm certain there's a line, but it's neither of the ones that I saw. There you go, buddy. God, a Thane could be terrifying. So when is a Thane terrifying? A Thane is terrifying when, because it has revenge triggers, and because it's got resolve triggers, the revenge triggers on the thorns that they put in front of them, and then they themselves have the thorns in front of them also have a resolve trigger, that just makes the units on the board more powerful and a Thane itself more powerful every time the Chosen Prayer Stone takes damage. So very large amounts of small instances of damage just buffs a Thane to holy hell. Like, by the end there, it was doing 81 damage, and then it was doing like 104 by the time it got to the very top. Ridiculous. I just thought that our Pyogel and Frostbite would have stacked high enough to really be able to manage that, but nope. And then relying on Titanite, Titanskin, Titansentry to manage to stand up to those numbers, it was just unfair to expect that of them. But you still performed ridiculously. You did the job of many units and many spells in this run, Titansentry. It was my job to back that up with value elsewhere. And I let you down on that one, buddy. I think in a lot of fights we would have ended up fine, but we also saw that 500 health units, putting two of them behind one another, was really hard for me to deal with in that fight. And I did, if I recall correctly, have Seraph of Savagery at the very end of the run that could have been even harder. Well, there goes that streak, and I'll call this one a loss because it is. Until next time, when we start the streak anew. Until then, though, my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out of thank to, and a special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.